addicted and unshown. The name 12, the last, is the gauge of the blast. Hear me out, it's all about the game. The YouTube streets ain't got no shame. There are beggars, grifters, betties too. Just a lot of confusion, whatever it do. From missing kids to people being butchered in the night. Many lost in these chats without a fight. 12 gauge, listen up fast. The beat of the heart will melt your cast. It's the crown of the champ, the image of the might. Get your ass ready, because here comes the might. There are beggars, grifters, betties too. Just a lot of confusion, whatever it do. From missing kids to people being butchered in the night. Many lost in these chats without a fight. Listen to the words that run from my mic. There will be knowledge and facts to light. You don't get it, you think I'm the brash. Listen to the ones that you just throw away your cash. 12, 12, 12, can you remember the name? It's about a sinister shadow in the dark to ruin your sleep. With the mares of the night that give you chills, come to the channel. You can get your fears brought to live without the censors making a fight. Your brain beat down from the grifters on these streets. Give the channel a try and dance to the beat of a different drum. There are beggars, grifters, betties too. Just a lot of confusion, whatever it do. From missing kids to people being butchered in the night. Many lost in these chats without a fight. MG and success is what I'm about. It's the honesty and humility without the clout. I chose to be who I am a long time ago. Addiction had me drowning hell on with the show. 12, 12, 12, 12, click, click, boom. Another round for the unconvinced, here it comes now. Well, all beggars, grifters, betties too. Just a lot of confusion, whatever it do. From missing kids to people being butchered in the night. Many lost in these chats without a fight.
Let me try that again. All right. How's everybody doing tonight on this Monday night? You know, before long, it's going to be Monday Night Football. I don't know how many sports fans we have in here, but Jesus, I keep muting myself. I don't know. Having all kinds of trouble. Hey, Salty, how you doing? Dolphin, Rondi. You know, some other people going to crawl up in here. We know they're probably in other places just checking out the scenery. I just thought I'd get on here because, I don't know. I was listening earlier about that case, about the Devil's Den case. I don't know if y'all been following that at all. But the Devil's Den case is interesting, to the point that many people have assumed that this individual had knowledge of the victims, that they knew each other. So I'm going to ask you guys in chat right now, do y'all believe honestly that this guy knew these people? Before anything gets crazy going on, do you really believe that he knew these people and ambushed them on this trail? Yeah, I was going to deep dive into it too, and then they caught him. at a hair salon. I was like, what the hell? What do y'all think? I can't rule it out. Okay, that's fair enough. But, as in anything in investigative procedure, how would he have known these people if they just moved to the area? You get what I'm saying? Like, we have to make it fit and make it plausible and probable. You know what I mean? If you're not in line with this case, this is what went down. This family moved to, I think the town was called Rapid Falls or Twin Falls. And the dad was gonna start a job the next day at a milk delivery place. The mom was the registered nurse and two little girls, and they like to be in nature. They like to be out and about. The family was very close knit. They actually had three little girls. They had an older daughter, and then the two little girls, which were 7 and 9. So the two youngest ones were out hiking this trail with the mom and dad. They had did a 4 hour hike the day before, and they decided to go back out there. Well, out of nowhere, this guy jumps out and starts attacking the father. The mother rushes the two little girls away from danger and tells them to go get help, to get them away from the danger. And then she runs back to help her spouse. And then she gets stabbed. And the little girls run to the visitor center and they get help. And they go looking for the mom and dad, and they hear voices at the bottom of the trail. And by the time they get down there, they're already deceased. So what do you think? What do you think about the situation? Yes, his license plate was covered with duct tape. I don't know if he was there to abduct the girls or not. I mean, as far as I've heard, I haven't heard any signs of the girls recalling that he went to grab after either one of them or even tried to get them away from the parent. So it's interesting to me to believe that if he was there for them, he would have tried to take them away from the parents, but I don't know. I only saw a little bit about this case, and I thought I'd really get on here and talk to you guys about it to see how much you know about it. Um, so this guy turned out to be a local, and somehow or another, there was a manhunt. Of course, they had CCTV footage of his vehicle passing the area. Even though his license plate was covered with duct tape, they did find out various people that had composite drawings of him. And there was also somebody who found him suspicious enough to take a picture of him from behind. So you could see a silhouette of a man taken from behind. And he had a mesh backpack and he just looked out of sort. He looked out of sort. So all this stuff was going on that day, and I think it was probably he walked in to get his haircut, and the authorities nabbed him at the barber shop. So the the mugshot that's been taken is of him in the little cape. Let me see if I have a picture that I can show you guys. I don't know what's going on with my computer tonight. It was knocking me off Discord. Y'all can still hear me, right? Okay, let me show you all the page that I found, and we can watch the video. Here's a video of him being apprehended at the barber shop. Good grief. Thanks for doxing me, CNN. Y'all know my name anyway.
American Club combo, extra jalapeno, Chewed-Alex and hot.
For just $1 more, you can make it a Happy Gilmore meal and get a collectible cup.
The Happy Gilmore meal. What's in it anyway? Shame? Agony? Bunch of napkins?
No, it's just your choice of sub, chips, drink, and a collectible cup.
That's ridiculous. I put my time in. I should be on those cups.
Hey, Shooter, you are on these cups.
Those are Shooter's cups. Shooter.
Get all four before they're gone.
Shooter.
So this is surveillance video of the moment an elementary school teacher is arrested mid-haircut for the grisly double murder at an Arkansas state park. You can see Andrew McGann walking in. The owner of Lupita's Beauty Salon and Barbershop says he didn't really talk much beyond asking for the style. But then plainclothes officers came in, asked if that was his car in the parking lot. And then, well, look, you can see him being handcuffed while still wearing the barber's cape. Police haven't said at this point what led them to charge McGann with the murders of Clinton and Kristen Brink. They were killed while hiking with their two young daughters in Devil's Den State Park on Saturday. They also haven't released a motive, saying they're still trying to determine it, but do say McGann recently moved to Arkansas to accept a job at a local elementary school as a teacher. He previously worked both in Texas and Oklahoma, and his most recent district in Oklahoma said he was a fifth grade teacher who left the school in May to pursue a job in another state. They also said he passed a background check before being hired. Now, CNN has tried but has been unable to locate an attorney for McGann at this time. He remains in jail, charged with 2 counts of capital murder.
Yeah, Dolphin. Happy Gilmore 2 is on Netflix. It's hilarious. If you enjoyed the first one, you'd like the second one. It's just as funny. And there's the mugshot, of the individual. So he had just taken a job as an elementary school teacher. Can you imagine your kids going to school with this guy? This would be their school teacher. He does look nuts, don't he? I mean, granted, he didn't get to finish his haircut. Hey, Randy Fur, what's up, buddy? It said McGann was booked and processed into the Washington County Detention Center in Fayetteville. Andrew McCann, 28, was arrested for the murders of a married couple hiking with their 2 young daughters at a state park in the Ozark Mountains. I've been through the Ozarks. Arkansas State Police announced Wednesday Clinton David Brink, 43, and Christian Amanda Brink, 41, were found stabbed to death Saturday on a walking trail in Devil Den State Park in northwest Arkansas. State police said Clinton is thought to have been attacked first, and Christian immediately moved to protect their daughters, according to Rhodes. We believe the mother took the 2 girls to safety and then returned to help her husband. Arkansas State Police Mike Hager praised the parents' bravery and that of their daughters, noting the information needed to track down the suspect. All started with these two little girls. We're in awe of this mom and dad. We're also in awe of these girls, Hager said. The suspect was injured in the attacks, resulting in blood loss, which allowed investigators to establish a DNA profile that ultimately led to his arrest. So he was injured, and that's how they were able to get a DNA to possibly track them back to him. Once again, he passed a background check, right? But I'm asking you, individuals, maybe you don't have children anymore of that age. Maybe you have grandchildren. Would you ever think twice about possibly a murderer being your children's teacher? I mean, that'd be some stuff right there, wouldn't it? Yeah, and a blood trail. That's how they got that's how they got his DNA. So it continues on to say officials said they believe McCann acted alone, indicating that the public is safe. I can confirm that we had absolutely no indication, no reason whatsoever to believe that there was any connection at all between our suspect and our victims. So he can guarantee that there's no connection. Hager said during Thursday's news conference. A motive for the killings is still being determined, but Hager said they appear to be a completely random event. So that shows you the map where McCann was captured in Elm Springs, and there's the murder. So it's not that far away. After he murdered somebody, he went the following week and got a haircut, thinking nothing of it. He just murdered these people and went and got a haircut. What do y'all think about that? He did the same thing Koberger did. Murdered some people and went and got a haircut. If only Koberger would have had some drops of blood, you know? It is a dumbass move. I agree with you. McGann recently moved to Arkansas from Oklahoma and got a job at a local school. Rhodes said officials declined to give specific details about what led to the arrest, citing an ongoing prosecution. Jail records indicate McCann is being held without bond. His first court appearance is scheduled for Friday morning. He did not have an attorney as of Thursday afternoon. And Greg Parrish, executive director of the Arkansas Public Defender Commission. The Brinks daughters, ages 7 and 9, were not harmed and are safe with relatives. The Brinks has also a third daughter who is not on the trail with them that day. Since the weekend, state police have worked with the federal, state, and How much of that have y'all not heard? Good grief. I was going on and on and on and on. How much did y'all hear of that? Let me go back up here. Did y'all hear me talk about the barbershop? Did y'all hear me talk about the barbershop? What the hell is wrong with this computer, bro? Okay, let me try it again. So they said that it was going to be a haircut and beauty shop. It's 7 miles from McGann's address and jail records. We're going to have one detained, according to the broadcast. Meanwhile, a granddaughter of one of the owners of Lupita's beauty salon and barber shop was in the middle of cutting a man's hair, the shop's owner said in a Facebook video workers posted recounting the scene. The man did not speak when he entered and only indicated what hairstyle he wanted. Soon, plainclothes officers walked in and asked the man if he was the owner of the car outside. The man said yes, and officers arrested him and collected some of his hair, the shop's owner said on Facebook video. So, can you imagine getting a haircut and then bam, here comes the cops. They're going to arrest you. No, I'm not. I'm not touching anything. Not touching anything. It just keeps muting me for some damn reason. Are you the owner of that car? No. Do you know the owner of that car? No, sir. No one speaking less. Right? But I'm glad they caught him. I really am. That's not my car. Well, we saw you get out of that car. Okay, were you driving that vehicle? Yes, I was. So, I mean, it's just something in general to think about how eerily creepy this was for this individual to just get this job. He didn't look like a big guy either. He didn't look big at all. He kind of was, I would say, at least 5'10", 165 pounds. He didn't look athletic. He didn't look muscular. But he overtook two people with a knife rather quickly. And I hate to keep referencing everything to Brian's case, but it seems like we got some copycats out here doing certain things that made him famous. Yeah, and people don't really understand how quickly you're almost said decapitated. How quickly you're overpowered with someone with a knife, how quickly it goes for them to overtake you. Officers also identified a vehicle belonging to McCann, arranged via dispatch for it to be towed to headquarters, according to the audio recording. Arkansas State Police did not immediately confirm the barbershop where McCann was arrested. The granddaughter does not appear in the video and was too distraught to talk about what happened, someone on the track says. Detectives have asked for camera footage and other information from the salon, according to an unidentified woman in the video who interviewed the employees and the owners. It's just troubling to me that this dude is a fifth. Thank you, StreamYard, for continuing to mute me. You can't hold me down, bro. Can't hold me down. I'm going to speak my truth no matter whether you like it or not. This week, I think, on my to-do list, I got to redo my my setup because I went on vacation. I took some of the stuff with me, and I haven't had a chance to really put it back together. So let's talk about the former fifth grade teacher. It says Springdale Public Schools can confirm that Andrew McGann was a teacher candidate hired for the upcoming school year who had not yet begun employment with the district. This individual had not at any time come into contact with Springdale students or the families we served. At this time, we cannot offer any additional information due to the ongoing investigation. So there's the photo of, I know y'all can't see that, but I don't want to click on it because it'll take me away from this page. But somebody ah you can't bring me down. Let me find the freaking. Can you hear me now? You can hear me now, right? Can you hear me? All right, cool. Let's see how this lasts. So he was employed in Oklahoma from 2024 to 2025. He resigned his position to move out of state. So I cannot with this BS. Can you hear me? Okay. So it said he just up and moved away. I don't know, man. I don't know because I'm not touching anything. I'm not even touching the mouse. I'm just sitting here reading and it's just muting me. Um, should I do a grift right now? Should I be like, hey guys, looks like my mic is messing up. I really could if you really could go to my Amazon and, get me a really nice one. We're family and all, so that would really help me out a lot. That would really make the show a little better if you got me a better mic. I can Okay, let's try this again. I'm on my. It's a full moon. I didn't know that. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Okay. I didn't know a full moon was upon the horizon. I'm on my phone, so we'll see how long this lasts. But I don't know what's up with my computer. Like I said, as you can see, there's my green screen. Um, Let me restart the computer while I'm on my phone. This case is really wild. So, what do y'all think about the case? I mean, do y'all think that that teacher, um, that teacher really just lost it? I mean, let me ask you a question. I mean, I've been thinking about this, and I've talked to other people about this. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Not trying to minimize or blame anything else other than people's insanity. But have you ever wondered what side effects the the vaccine may be having on people's mental capacity? I mean, the virus and all that stuff. I mean, because it hasn't been very long, and I know there hasn't been a lot of studies about how it affects people's mental capacity. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what happened here, but it just seems like a lot of people have gone freaking insane since then. But you're right, he might have never had it. Um, yeah, the lockdown possibly messed with a lot of people. You're probably right. Yeah, there's so much. I mean, you just got to ask yourself. Let me see if I can center this at the middle of the thing. Like I said, it's hard to do on your freaking phone. All right, cool. Now I'm right in the middle. Is anybody else kind of a little bit crazy about stuff like that? It just bothered me. I was like on one side of the screen. I was all up near the tree. Think about how after the lockdown, people started acting like complete fools on airplanes, etc. You're right. You're right. I heard that there's a high correlation between people who got the shit but not paying their electric bill. That's hilarious. It's like a Stephen King book. Yeah. It drives me crazy. Like, I could be just a little off center when I'm on the computer and I'm sitting there messing with it until I almost get it right in the middle of the desk. Like right now, it's really not bugging me because, I'm kind of like at an angle, so it doesn't bother me. But these cases are just becoming more and more out of control. Like, what about, they tell you, well, there's not a chance of violence and stuff on trails and all this other stuff, but they can't guarantee that anymore. How about how many hikers and runners have we heard of that have been attacked by random people? They just go on their morning run, they go on their evening run, they go, you know, to get something from the store, and they're abducted in plain sight. You know what trips me out? I went into Target when I was on vacation, right? And I've been in this Target before because I'm getting pretty familiar with the area. But you know, every time I go to Target, I think of that one case where that girl was followed into Target by this guy. And I think she was like 18 years old, and he followed her in all over the store. She was on her phone with her mom. And it shows her on the CCTV, and you can see him following her all over the store. She was oblivious to it, right? And once she went to get into her car, he shoved her in her car, held her, you know, and drove around. I think he held her at knife point, and he raped her and killed her. And I think he ended up putting her in the trunk. I think they found her in the trunk. You know, I was like, all she did was to go to Target to get a graduation gift for one of her friends, and she loses her life. Yeah. Every time I go to Target, I think of that case and I look around. You know, like today at the gym, tonight at the gym, I was walking on a treadmill, right? And there was this girl that, because treadmills are funny, it's almost like dudes will not get next to each other on a treadmill no matter what. They'll always skip, just like in a movie theater, they will skip a seat between themselves and another dude. Well, there was a treadmill next to me. I was on the first one. There was a second one that was empty. He got on the third one. She was on the fourth one. And he kept bothering her, right? I could just hear her um talking to her, you know, just spitting game. And I was listening, and she's like, "Can you please leave me alone? I'm trying to work out. No, I don't have a boyfriend, but you're not capable of being that," or something of that extent. And he got pissed off and he walked off, right? And then he went into the bathroom, and I don't know if he was in there smoking out or what, but whatever, nonetheless. So I made a short about the bathroom. If y'all haven't seen it, it's kind of funny. But anyways, and then she comes and gets her stuff, and he's still trying to talk to her, right? She totally ignores him and hauled ass out of the gym. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to keep an eye on that. So I watch. She goes and gets in her truck, and he's sitting there watching from the door, right? And she takes off. And then he comes back in, and then he leaves. He wasn't even working out. He had a backpack on, like he was living on the street, honestly. Or if he did just work out, because I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see the whole interaction till after, you know, and so he could have showered after the workout. I'm not certain that he didn't work out, but you know, it was interesting nonetheless that she didn't want to be bothered. And this guy kept messing with her. I don't know if any of y'all in the chat that are women or even men. There's some men that get harassed by women too. But think about setting your boundary, and somebody will not take no for an answer these days for whatever reason. For whatever reason. I was about to send myself a super chat. That happens a lot. They will not take no for an answer, and it's terrible that whatever gender you are, you have to be forceful to these individuals because they won't allow you to be who you are. I'm gonna do it like that because I can't. My hand's starting to shake. I don't know what the hell. But anyways, it's terrible that you can't just be who you are in society. That there's so many people that are just looking to take advantage of weakness. Hell, you see it on YouTube as well. You see people that pretend to be tough guys while they're talking shit all the time. And they're never talking shit only whenever they're with other people who present themselves to be tough guys. Otherwise, they're just normal, whatever. You know, it's infuriating a lot of times because I was reading an article, or actually, I read a book today, 16 chapters in like 4 hours. I learned to speed read when I was first going to college. But do I need a new Detroit Tigers hat? I don't get the reference, but that's funny. Um, hey Nina, how you doing? Nobody ticked me off. I'm just merely talking, you know, because I see it all over YouTube, and I know you see it too. I know you see it too. It's like somebody mentioned that you're gonna put it on my Amazon wish list. Okay, you better watch out. People might get offended. People might get offended. Yeah, two-faced mofos. You know, I really like doing this on the cell phone. It's not that bad. Other, I just don't know how to do the intro and outro and all that other stuff. And I don't know how to like link up pages on the internet and stuff. That's why I do it on the laptop. What's up, Leslie and Billy? You guys that are over here from another chat, that individual is pissed off at y'all. Because y'all defected and came over here and started talking crap about him. Yeah, you can't link up on the cell. That sucks. How does that make y'all feel that you go to another chat and a creator considers you like their property? Y'all defected to another creator's place. You used to be so loyal to this individual. You know who it is. Yeah, he ain't nothing to me, but just a piece of garbage blowing in the wind. That's all he is. Piece of garbage just blowing in the wind, hoping to latch onto a fence to be relevant, so that the wind has something to blow against. Right, you go where you want to. Yeah, ain't shit, but you F liar. Yeah, ain't shit, but you effing liar. Yeah. Yeah, you're a grown woman. I mean, people are grown. They go where the hell they want to go, right? People just have so much of their feelings get hurt on this YouTube stuff, man. I guess that's why the Krama crowd is so popular, because people get their feelings hurt and they go and retaliate, and instead of going and talking to the person they're mad at or whatever, they sit there and go and talk live for 5 or 6 hours on one person. Leslie Gore said it best. You don't own me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have time for YouTube drama either. I see drama all day long, all week long. I've worked with it for 20 plus years. It doesn't bother me. What bothers me is the fact that people get on this YouTube or get on these comments and they leave all these comments like they would say this stuff to your face. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, we all know about that individual. Like I just said, he's trash, blowing in the wind. I mean, that Krama stuff is relentless, man. It is relentless. Like they go off like no other. Every day they're talking about this one person, about her weight, about her boyfriend, whoever. It's like, bro. And if you're, I want to tell this person who has objectivity about the people that come into my chat. Like you said one time in your live, why don't you stay in your fucking lane and quit worrying about my channel and quit watching? You don't like what goes on over here? Keep your fat ass over there in the sauce. And that's all I got to say about that. Don't make me say it twice. And quit sending your trolls over here. Nobody gives a shit about your show. You try so hard to be relevant. You got to do so many hours a day in order to pay the bills, which obviously you can't even do. Just stay the fuck out of my show. You're trolling right now. Get a life. Get a job. Wash your stank ass. Do something other than talk shit about everybody but yourself. Maybe if your side of the street was so clean, you wouldn't have to get on YouTube and cry about your life. Real men don't cry. They do. So I'm only going to say it once. There's your warning. There's your warning. By the way, I'm sure your wife loved to get up and go to work every day while your fat ass is sitting around in a chair talking to strangers you don't even know, kissing their ass for $1 bill. Such sad rhetoric. Such sad rhetoric. You know? Whoa! Everything's going off. What the hell? God just turned my power off. So I guess he's telling me, shut the hell up, 12. Shut the hell up. Did y'all see that? That just went off. Like God just turned the lights off. Said, shut the hell up, 12. No, the electricity's still on. What it is everything's connected to the freaking laptop. So my lights are even connected to it. And it's restarting because I rebooted my computer. I thought they didn't block people over there, Leslie. Whoa. Bright light, bright light. But honestly, I got better things to talk about than that fat fuck. Honestly, I do. True crime is true crime without you. We don't need the sauce. We don't want your sauce. Nobody cares about your sauce. But anyways, I'm going to ask you guys a question before I sign off. Do you really think that this case that I was just talking about, the Devil's Den case, do you think that that guy is going to turn out to be another Brian Koberger? Do you think the internet is going to rally around this guy and make him a martyr for the criminal justice system? Do you think people are going to protect this guy and say, he's innocent? There's no way he should be in trouble, kind of like they do everybody else. Or do you think that people are going to say, you know what, they need to fry his ass? What do y'all think? Because honestly, there's no reason he should have done what he done. We don't need motive. Do you think they're going to be shouting innocence until proven guilty? Let me get off this phone and get back on this computer. All right, can y'all see me now? Damn, I'm just having all the trouble. Can y'all hear me now? Do you think the internet is going to
Welcome to 12 Gage Investigative True Crime Channel. Here we speak on the education, the understanding of the crime, and deep diving into the mind of the afflicted. Justice for the victims by giving the silent a voice. Hope you enjoy.
In a world where shadows speak and silence kills, we chase the truth through blood-soaked hills. Crime seems cold, but the trail stays hot. Every clue a whisper, every detail caught. Killers lurking, predators hide, but justice walks with us side by side. We don't flinch, We don't fold, we bring the dark stories that must be told. 12 Gage.